I said, it's a business. And if you got somebody on the other end, like, yo, you got to do this. You gotta write this. You got to sing this song. You got to sing this song. And I'm pretty sure she probably looked at it and was like, okay, let me go ahead and do it. And they probably didn't even realize that it was going to blow up like it did. But there's a certain group of people that like that. I like the beat now. I'm going to tell you that beat, I like. The words, they can just take them away. But the beat, I like the beat. And I'm a beat person. So I like, it could be, like you said, it could be a ratchet song. But if I hear that beat, okay, I got the beat, because I ain't trying to remember the words. I ain't trying to repeat the words. I'm just doing the beats because I'm working out. Like, okay, I'm not going to repeat it. But it's just, yeah. So.
And so again, I watched the video and everything like that, and I feel like, okay, because I was trying to have a conversation with my husband afterwards, like, okay, so what did you think of the video? He didn't find it appealing.
Yeah, I would like to know, how do men feel about that video?
They probably liked it and they don't want to admit it.
I asked him, I was like, keep it real. Do you like, did it turn you on? Like keep it real, all the way real. He was like, for him, it didn't. For him, it was too vulgar. That's what he was saying to me.
Oh, he's such a good guy. My husband would have been up there slobbing and, oh yeah, you should try them dance moves. See, you got a good one. Mine don't care. So I'm gonna have to watch this video with him later. He probably done seen it 5 times and ain't told me.
Oh.
Do you think, like, when a man hears that, like, is that going to be somebody? Oh, that's going to be somebody I'm gonna marry right there. I'm gonna marry this type of girl right here.
I don't think so.
My husband said no, but I mean, he's one man. Obviously, she's married. So, well, Cardi B is. I don't know what Miss Meg Thee Stallion is doing regarding her dating life, but what I was going to say in regards to the video is, like, so it was very colorful. It was very, like, it had really, I guess it was shot really well, in regards to things like that. But then I also heard this aspect that people were concerned about it because it seemed to be kid friendly in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, with the bright colors and, like, catchy to the, that it could be catchy to children's eyes and things like that. Like, what do you all feel about that?
Well, I mean, that's her target audience. Is young, I won't say adolescent, but young maturing women. Like, I'm thinking high school, college age. Those are going to be the ones that are caught up into this facade. And I call it a facade because it's fake. This facade of what is glamorous, this facade of what is this ideal of womanhood. Because think about, like, the body shapes that are portrayed. Those ain't real proportions. Like, again, Cardi even admitted herself she's had surgery to reach that level of shapeliness, and she had to get lipo and, nip tucked after having a baby. Because when your age hits a certain range, things start to drop. And I ain't saying drop it like it's hot neither. They start laying it down like it's cold and look warm. So you got to get snatched and nip tucked to look like that. But young girls who are 18, 21, ain't never had no kids, they got there vibing and living this ratchet lifestyle in the clubs. And I was one of them. So that's why I said ratchet sometimes is necessary. They're going to be feeling this. But I hope that they don't embody that. Like, don't let the song become who you are. Like, don't let this be your anthem and your theme song. Because, as Ms. Mel pointed out, a grown, responsible Barack Obama type of man is not going to want to marry you. Like, if that's the type of man that you want to attract, then you have to put out what it is that you're trying to attract. And I think that only works for certain types of relationships. Like, if that's the vibe you're putting out, then you're probably going to wind up in a friends with benefits type of relationship. But you need to be putting out that Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama vibe to be a wife. That's just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. That's good. What you got to say, Miss Mel? You look like you just ready to say something.
I'm just so full of words. I just don't know where to begin and where to end. Cause baby, I'm just like, it makes me think and it makes me sit and wonder, like, how are you raised?
Mm.
How are some of these girls raised? Do they grow up with their parents listening to the same type of music and it's something that they carry? It's like it carried on to the next. So if my mama listened to this, then I'm in the car and I hear it, then it becomes, the same thing. It's like a never ending cycle. It just goes and goes. If I'm listening, because I know my grandma raised me and it was church. You get up on Sunday, you better be ready, because if you don't be ready, you gonna get your behind cut. So, I grew up like that. I mean, it was church. It wasn't any, in Marvin Gaye and Aretha Franklin and, listening to that type of music. It wasn't anything bad. So this new era, this new time, as a parent, we have a lot of young parents.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of young parents. I mean, and they're listening to this music. So that means the kids are hearing it. Even I know, like, when I used to go to my girlfriend's house and it would be a cookout and party and kids would be around, it's like kids out, because that's how we all vibe with each other. When we're having a cookout and we got adults over, the kids, y'all go to the back and don't come out.
Mm-hmm.
Stay to the back. Well, that's not happening these days. When everybody's partying, you got kids running around and they're partying too. And so it's a habit of their environment, and it continues to go on. And then by the time the mother, realize that, oh my God, did I bring my child into this? Now their child is doing it. Now they're doing it. And it's just, at some point, it has to stop and break so that we can be respected women and not be called all the B's and the H's. It's at some point it has to stop, because don't call me that, because that's not my name. Hey, that's not my name.
And you brought up something so significant, like the fact that your grandmother would take you to church. And I know for me and Miracle, our parents took us to church. But this generation now is a very unchurched generation. I'm a teacher by profession. And it always amazes me how many of my students say that they don't go to church except for with grandmama on Easter, or if somebody dies or something like that. But as far as like worship music in the house and really reading that Bible and praying with your kids, no, that doesn't really happen. And I mean, I know I'm old school because I do like Miss Mel said, if we having a cookout and all the kids gone by now, y'all need to go on in the house, the grown folks to the party now. This is not a kid-friendly thing, But I have seen at other people's barbecues, if we go, they're like, oh, the kids can keep on staying. No, this is the grown people portion. They need to go somewhere with the children up the stairs and play or something. No, they should not be around listening to adult conversations and interjecting like they part of the conversation. We would have got our teeth slapped down our throat. So, it's a different generation. And just, there are no real big mamas no more. Grandmamas don't exist. They 35. So they don't know how to do, parenting and grandparent skills in a lot of cases. They best friends with their granddaughter, going to the club with them. So yeah, as you pointed out, it just keeps on going like this until somebody decides to raise up a standard.
Yeah.
This WAP is not the standard.
Well, ladies, if you guys can give any type of idea of empowerment, or give your point of view of what women empowerment is, if you guys could kind of do that as a wrap up, that would be great. I think you guys know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anybody has any ideas, or
I'll go.
Okay.
To me, a woman being empowered is a woman who is smart, confident, knows who she is, most importantly, knows who God is. She can stand on her own 2 feet. She doesn't need a man, but she knows that if she has a good husband, how to be a wife, how to be a mother. I think a woman who gives back to her community is powerful, who sets an example for other young women. That's one that is positive and not catty, not gossiping. You know, those things to me are powerful. So when I think of like the idea of womanhood, I think about my mom. I think about my grandmother. I think about the Michelle Obamas, the Kamala Harrises. You know, I think about these women who are strong, powerful Black women. They don't expose themselves to everybody. They have some sense of direction and foundation outside of themselves. So it's not selfish. I think that being a woman is being generous and loving, and it's everything that we're not seeing on cameras anymore. So to me, I think in order to be an empowered woman, you have to know who God is and then figure out who you are.
Mm.
Like I said, I read things, and I read this article, and it was published by Shannon Green, and then she talks about, the changes that the church can make to empower women. And one of the things that really stuck out was that as a woman, we need to recognize the power of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Luke 6, verse 45, Jesus taught the mouth to speak. Jesus taught that the mouth speaks from the overflow of the heart. So when you got these, women out here, well, I wouldn't say women because a woman ain't gonna do all that. These young girls are these artists that are, that speaks from their mouth, the things that come out of their mouth. And they just need to understand that what they're saying, that somebody really takes that to heart, and they shouldn't. As a woman, I try to tell my children, like, you don't believe everything you hear. You just can't. You can't believe everything you hear. As a woman, I feel that God created us for much more than that. We are valuable, we're powerful, and most importantly, we have to follow his plan in order to get things right, to get good. We just can't go out here freestyling and doing what to do and not following his plan. Just It's just things like that that just bother me as a woman, and I'm a single woman, so I know that the temptation, the foolishness, the craziness that's out there, I don't follow it because he has a plan, and I'm trying to stay a course to that plan. And it bothers me that we've gotten away from following his plan, and some women, young, even old ones, are just out doing whatever they want to do.
Man, that honestly, that can wrap it up right there. I guess the only thing I would just add, ladies, is just, again, just really, really keep in mind the things that you all are taking into your minds and what you're watching, what you're hearing, because they can have an effect on you, like Ms. Shonda was saying earlier. Also, I would just say, keep in mind that, women are powerful, that's the new WAP, y'all. That's good. But yeah, we have power over our own minds, and we don't have to go with what the media is pushing out to us. At the end of the day, there are plenty of empowering movements, plenty of empowering songs, plenty of empowering things that you could do or get into outside of just parading your body in a way where it's like as if that's all you have to offer, because there's so much more you can offer the world besides that. So I hope that this episode encourages you all. I just want to shout out and thank both of these ladies, Miss Shonda and Miss Mel, for joining me for this conversation. All right.
Leave you with a quote. I'm gonna leave you with this quote I found. Let me just read this. It says, "Behind every successful woman is a tribe of other successful women who have her back." Point blank.
Yes.
And we have to remember that, and we need to pass it on to the next one and let them know that.
Exactly. There we go. And look, this is proof right here on God, Sex, and Love, y'all. Well, thank you so much again, ladies. Bye.
Bye.